Hello you guys, and welcome to today's Disney stroller setup. Yep, we're back at it again. I've filmed a few Disney stroller setups over the years, but as time progresses, my girls get older, things change and adapt, as well as the more we come, the more we learn what we need and what we don't need. So let's jump into today's updated stroller tour with the Vista. I lied, there's actually two things we have to talk about before we can jump into the stroller setup. And the first thing is the biggest stroller question that I get, hands down, and that is, which double stroller do I take to Disney? So I have the UPPAbaby Vista as well as the Juvie RS2. Which one of these babies do I take? And here's the biggest kicker. And it all depends if you're staying at a resort with this guy, the Skyliner. So personally, as my girls are getting older, helicopter, hold that thought. As they're getting older though, I have now a 2.5-year-old and a 4.5-year-old, and they like to be in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out of the stroller. So with that being said, golf cart, as everything. Since they like to get in and out and in and out of the stroller a lot, I prefer the side-by-side because it's simpler for them to get out. I don't have to lift one or the other out of the top seat of the stroller. It's just a little bit easier to do. But when it comes to the Skyliner, if you have sleepy kids, tired kids, it's the end of the night, or you just don't want to break down the stroller, because I don't want to break down the stroller. So the moral of the story is the preferred stroller is the side-by-side. Prefer it, it's the better one in my opinion, and for my kids at their ages. When they were babies, the Vista was the better option. Now that they're older, that's the one I prefer. Now, again, if you're staying at a Skyliner resort, take the inline or rent one. If you don't have one, I have a link down below. You can check out this rental company. They can do like Mockingbirds, they can do Vistas, they can do all kinds of different inline strollers, and you can use one of those instead. But that would be my recommendation, is do the inline stroller if you're staying at a Skyliner resort. And the second thing that we have to talk about is, well, hi, my name is Ashley, and here on my channel, Pixie Dusted Mom, I'm all the time sharing tips, tricks, and hacks for taking toddlers and little kids to Disney vacation planning tips, travel tips, as well as vlogs from all of our adventures along the way. So if that is content that you're into, click the red subscribe button. Would love to have you in my little internet fam. Let's turn that button from red to gray. That's the color it should be, and let's be virtual internet fam. But would love to have you around. Now, as promised, onto that stroller tour. So as I mentioned, we are using the UPPAbaby Vista in the double mode. Now, one tip that I will give straight out the gate is to ditch the upper adapters. I used to use those, you know, because UPPAbaby sells them and you think, oh, well, I actually need those. So it works significantly better, and my child has way more leg room in between in the upper seat if I don't use the upper adapters. Like, y'all, just throw them away. I mean, okay, maybe not throw them away, but seriously, that has made such a huge game-changing difference this trip, was ditching those upper adapters. So if you have those and you're doing this configuration, just take them off. Like, seriously, try it out. You do have to kick the footstand back to be able to fold it, but that's not been an issue for us because my 4.5-year-old doesn't put her feet on the footrest anyway, so it's really not mattered to us. But jumping into the kind of seat configurations, if your stroller has a cup holder, snack tray option, bring it. It's awesome. It is so nice to be able to have a spot for them to put their drink, to put their snacks and whatnot. It is incredibly helpful if you have one that you can get off Amazon. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do for snack trays. Suffice it to say, take a snack tray. And then another thing that I have on the seat is this seat protector. So this is kind of a mesh fabric. This is removable and washable, which is awesome. And so if we have an accident, a diaper blowout, anything happens, I can take this out and be able to easily wash it here at the resort and then put it back in, and we are good to go. And the seat isn't soaked in pee-pee or anything else that may happen, ice cream, whatever. This has been such a game changer, so highly recommend using those. Also, this thing is nasty. It has spent a week at Disney, you guys. Don't judge me until you've been to Disney with a weekend in your stroller, then we'll talk and you can cast judgment then. But I do have our rain cover for the rumble seat attached to it, or just on it basically. I just have it rolled up for now. Anytime it looks like rain, which like right now kind of looks like rain, I will just put the canopy down and fold down the rain cover as well, especially if we're getting ready to go into a ride and it looks like it in the least way. I will put it down, and that way we're covered. Dry seats, it's so nice. Always bring the rain cover, even if it's not rainy season. Yeah, that's just Florida jargon for it doesn't rain as much. So, and then on the upper seat, same situation going on here. Have the seat liner up here as well. Snack tray going on. I don't have the rain cover on it because on the flight down here, we lost our Up a Baby rain cover. So I usually have the one that goes with the stroller. I had to buy the one here in the Disney gift shop. I wouldn't recommend that. I will link some down below that I recommend. Those are significantly better. If you can buy the one that is made for your stroller, that's like the best. But if you just need a universal one, I will link some good options down below. On the side here, we have our tag-along handle. These have been amazing. The girls like to walk and sometimes it's crowded. And so if I can't get them to stay in the stroller, because sometimes that's a struggle, just being really real here because it's toddler preschool phase, but we are holding onto this handle. It's you either hold onto the handle or your bum goes in that stroller. So that is the options. So it's like, take it or leave it, kid. That is where we are. Obviously, you got our Disney popcorn bucket here. I have this Mickey hook that we use. It is a gigantic carabiner, and we will hang all of our water bottles on it, all of our faux Stanleys. I have one for myself, my husband, and then my girls are back in the room. But that is what we utilize for hooking all of those onto. You can use these for shopping bags, all kinds of stuff. It's awesome. And then I just have it hanging off of this little OXO hook. You could use this as a handle as well. I find that these work a little bit better because it gives some distance between the stroller, but you could use them for shopping bags, handles, all kinds of things. So you got a few options there. Let's take a minute to talk about these stroller fans. They were in the hotel room charging at the moment, so I completely forgot until I was editing this video that I needed to talk about them. So let's do that for a second. So they have 3 legs and they are bendable and perfect. They can fit on the frame of your stroller anywhere, so they can blow onto your child. They can attach to the handlebar and blow on you, so you can have a nice breeze. Those hot summer days at Disney World, these are like icing on the cake, because not only do you have that nice little breeze blowing when it may be a little stale and the breeze isn't naturally blowing, or you just need a little bit more breeze blowing your way, but they also have a misting feature as well. So you can throw some water in there and it just elevates the cool vibe that is coming out of this fan. It is perfect. So if you were looking for a stroller fan, highly recommend these. I've used a lot of regular ones, and then we got these and I am obsessed. So yeah, definitely add this to cart. If you don't add anything else to cart, add these. Coming up the back, we do have a handy stroller caddy. I am team stroller caddy all the way. Like, I need somewhere to put my cup. I need somewhere to put my coffee in the morning. It's nice to be able to toss my phone in and out of this thing. It is awesome. And then I just have some cute little Mickey lights kind of draped around the handle of the stroller. It just makes it a little bit easier to find in the dark. If you don't want to go the lights route and you wanted to do something quick and cheap, you can also use glow sticks. Just wrap them around like a little glow bracelet. You can crack a few of those babies at night, pop them on there, and you are all set. Obviously, you do have to replace those each night instead of just flicking the switch on and off, but obviously that is a little bit more of a budget-friendly option if you're looking for something like that instead. Here, I also have my diaper bag hanging off the back. It has D-rings, so I can hang it. So I have these little Winnie the Pooh stroller straps that I hang that off of. You could put it down further. For me, I don't have any issues with my stroller toppling over. As you can see, my children are not in the stroller. My diaper bag is full and it's not like toppling backwards or anything. But if you wanted to, you could always hang the straps on the side and put it a little closer to the body, the center of the frame of the stroller, and that way maybe it wouldn't fall over as much. But I've never had an issue with it. I always get that question, is does it not topple over? Mine doesn't. More of a full-size stroller, I guess, so that makes a huge difference with that. Right, we have our Minnie Mouse side sling bag and another handle. I have 2 kids, I gotta have 2 handles here. This one is great. We always throw our bubble wands in here. It's really easy access to like grab and go with things, so I really like that. And then this is my tote bag. So this is the bag that I keep all of our rain gear, our extra sweaters, our stroller blankets when we need them in that kind of season. Whatnot goes into this. I have extra sweaters in here. Stroller blankets are in here. I do keep umbrellas in here, but don't forget to take these out before you get through security. When we are when we're approaching security, always pull the umbrellas out and toss them in the basket of the stroller. That way they don't set off the machine and get a bag search. Trying all the things. Sometimes you try everything and you still have to go through the bag search. I don't know what it is, but we can try our doggone hardest to do that. I have my cooler pouch in here, as well as this clear pouch full of rain gear. If I need to make room in the tote bag for other things, then I can always pull this out, and it has a little clip and you can hang it on your stroller if you needed to. But for right now, for ease and everything, I just keep all of it in this one tote bag, and that's working really, really well. And I'll also keep an extra little shopping bag in there in case we just get really excessive and need a lot of extra stuff. Then we have that in case we do maybe a little shopping. So yeah, if we do any damage, that's where that comes in. Now, I used to just recommend using a shopping bag like this, but I'm actually loving this tote bag for jujube. So if you have an option, or you have this tote bag, it is amazing for that. It has so many pockets for organization. So you have that aspect of it of being a tote bag, but then you also have just this big black hole that you can toss stuff in for being able to go through security and whatnot. Before I show you this next part, you gotta promise me, you're not gonna judge me. This is a judge-free zone, okay? Let me show you. So here's the basket of the stroller. Yeah, I know, it's nasty, but we're not judging, remember? And that is the other rain cover. I have it just tucked up in under there. I will pull it out and probably put it on in just a little bit when we get to the park, but I can keep that in there. It will actually collapse down with the stroller just fine. It can stay in the basket when it is folded, which is awesome. So that's the rest of the stroller tour. Oh, and this cover. So the Vista does have this little cover attachment that you can get for it, and it covers over the basket so people can't just like peep in and see what you have. So if you are interested in something like that, I will also link it down below. But for me right now, I'm just keeping it kind of curled back, and that way I can throw my tote bag right in here, and that has been the setup for this trip, and it has worked perfectly. And because I know I'm gonna get the question of, well, how do you get all of this on the bus? Let me show you how you do it. Obviously, we're not at the bus, so you're not gonna see that, although I may try to get some B-roll later. But right now, this is what I'm working with, so we're gonna go with this. And if I have B-roll, magically there's gonna be B-roll here. But let me show you how I would do this as a solo person, and then obviously if you have dad or spouse or partner or whatever, grandma is along with you, then you have some extra hands for bags. But let me show you how this would look solo with the kids. Now here's the biggest tip, and that is to, if you have a stroller like this, leave the brake off. That way you can roll it right up to the door of the bus and then be able to lift it on. So what I'll do when my girls get close, I will help them onto the bus. I'll grab their hand, help them on, and then as soon as they get on, they can go and like go find us a spot to stand or a spot to sit, and then I will just follow them behind. Or say my husband's here, I'll grab a couple bags, he can grab the stroller, I'll go on with the girls, and then he will bring on the stroller instead. So depending on what the situation looks like for you, but because we travel both with my husband and then sometimes it's just me and my girls here, so mama's got to figure it out. I hope this video did give you some ideas of how you can set up your stroller for coming to Disney. If you enjoyed, don't forget to click that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and the red subscribe button again if you haven't done that already. You can click it, but would love to have you on the internet, fam. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. All right, end of the video club. You know the drill. Since you've made it to the end of the video, you have to leave me a comment with the secret emoji of the day. Today's is a purple heart, so if you will drop that in the comment section, I would appreciate it. Thank you again for being part of the fam and part of this club. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.